Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. As well on bottom right side as the Purple Lightning Rachel, we got Macyboo, capital 8. Well on top left side as the Green Earth Kindle, we got Spritemare. Oh, I butchered that well enough. This map is a triple base map. There is a good number of shores here. Just pay close attention to the lighter colored water. This is a river, this is a shore. So there's some rivers, shores, and decent amount of sea in the corners, but that's not important. Base on both sides as well, but this is, you can see here, two mountains and a forest. So not very traversable here. Can break the pipes in a punch and go more northern, but there is a longer path here to go up here. So this is more or less the weak side versus strong side component. Number of shores here with a mountain in the way as well, good for infantry. Bad for other vehicles, so this is pretty much the primary vehicle base. But this one still need to pull out vehicles to help provide projection to the left side. A couple pipe scenes in the middle of the map as well. And of course, both players do start out with a black boat on this map, but once he moves off the HQ, it can not get back on the HQ. But it'll still be a decent transport since it's all traversable shores. Both players are at the airport. We also got a comm tower here and here, which is a mountain nearby, so artillery can help provide coverage around there. Has a nice little movement blocker in front of it. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. One player immediately pulls the black boat off, the other person waits a moment. You have a recon upload up by Kindle. I should mention day-to-days. Kindles gets plus 40% firepower from urbanized terrain. Ideas for more retaliation, because if you stay on a tank on top of a city, gets hit by another tank, you pull it back, put another tank on top of the city, and retaliate and finish it off. It's a very powerful retaliation tool, but also can be used to break some walls, depending on positioning. Gotta be ever so mindful. Rachel has her day-to-day, gets plus 1 HP for day-to-day repairs, but still costs the equal. Does cost 50% more, or still cost the funds for the extra 1 health repair. So it's not free repairs, additional repairs, just additional day-to-day repairs. If that would make any poor sense. Both sides will not be able to capture that comm tower, but probably both sides will be able to capture that comm tower. The one they just cleared out. Mech deployed off by purple over here. Both players also have access to day-to-day abilities, or not day-to-day abilities, global damage in form of power of Urban Blight and the covering fire. And I have to remember something as well. Rachel's power, I've always heard it's crap. Luck damage is improved to plus 0 to plus 39, so possible up to plus 30% firepower, but an average of 5 to plus 20% damage, which does multiply scale with plus firepower such as comm towers and the power effect, but still not super great. Recon does get trapped by a mech, and the mech is on top of force. It's going to get a great time right there. A lot of properties captured by Rachel, and does finish off that recon there of the infantry. Very good mech strike. Rachel's superpower is far more useful. It's relatively cheap at 6 stars, and it's just very good. Kindle's power is more likely to see her than superpower, but her superpower is not bad. Just that her power is just extremely good. Additionally, I can see some spots where Kindle's power and day-to-day could be quite useful there. Got a lot of adjacent properties right there and diagonal properties, so there could be quite a bit of potential for the power and superpower there. We do have now APC pulled up by Kindle to give her a refuel the black boat. Rachel, well, no, that's Rachel. Kindle's up here, did the same thing. Anti-air way down here. Gonna be a bit of time before I can get to the battlecopter, but the battlecopter was slowed down by the recon. Got now a battlecopter deployed out by Rachel. I don't know why. I always assumed purple would be more of a Kindle color. So that's sort of throwing me off. Does throw around into the pipe scene. Got a bit of contention around this property there. Has 10 capture progress left. Battle Company region. Both players now secure the comm tower. Gets a shot there on the pipe scene with the battle copter. Decent amount of mechs up here, so it looks like Magenta's just completely defense up here with mechs. There's decent amount of mountains to project off of. Battlecopter, infantry, infantry, infantry. Kindle's turn now. Let's see. It's an okay strike there. Anti-air is now in range, so that battlecopter will likely go down. Now it has a bit of wall in front of it, so maybe it won't go down. Tank on the back line. Maybe better idea to deploy a tank on this one. Yeah, if it's going down south, 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2. Yeah, it's probably better to deploy it there, but sometimes just want infantry able to easily get into the black boat, because I can reach black boat in one turn. Does manage to break through, hit the battlecopter. Very nice. Tank, of course, can retaliate against the anti-air. And decent amount of infantry here to be hit by the infantry. A couple mechs out there trying to push on the counter. There's a mountain which mechs can play with, as well as the forest. There's another round of this pipe scene, putting down the 55 health. Artillery piece here, so the artillery piece may fire a shot there. Does get a boost strike onto the infantry in the mountain. Very nice. Get a lot of good chains of hits there. Both players have their power available. Could pop the Urban Blight. May just save up. And looks like the pipe scene was struck by the artillery piece. Got a lot of Kindle tanks now being employed on the field. And let me just take a quick look at Rachel's power or superpower. I always forget exactly what it targets. Rachel's superpower, cover fire, fires 3 missiles, deal 3 damage each. The missile targets the opponent's greatest accumulation of... Whoops, I click on that window, so now it's playing other music. Oh great, I think my game's gonna bug out. Oh great, now there's 2 music playing. And that whole window's bugging out. Oh boy. I think I may have broke it. These sound plugins not reliable. I couldn't read it all and I clicked it. My bad. I told it to mute. Hopefully it does mute. No, until it mutes, I'm going to stop playing music here. Which also denies the ability to move around stuff. I don't know what to do. Hopefully they're in the same beat, so... No. I think they're offbeat from each other. Tiny Wars is actually so much more nicely programmed. More tanks there. Let's see, if I were to kill this window... The window is closed and the music's still playing. Oh, great. Maybe if I were to do a quick reload, copy that address. Kill Firefox. Give me a moment to kill it. And this will probably just reload the same tab. Advanced Wars sound plugins, not great. It's loading because Advanced Wars by Web is not the most agile websites. There it goes. And this is turn 25. There we go. My apologies. Get some decent damage there. Next move around, gets a good strike there. Takes out that unit, get a boost strike onto the oh wait, no, that's Rachel, not Kindle. I always assume purple's Kindle. I don't know why. Kindle's definitely more of a purple color than Rachel. Capture that property, got a good strike there. Kindle's turn. Urban Blight still available. Prim Fire is almost available, and I am going to once again try to read Rachel's superpower again. The missile targets the greatest accumulation of foot soldier HP first, then unit value, and then unit HP in that order. So, mix of all the Sturm Meteors, just barring indirect and include infantry. Urban Blight was utilized there, getting some damage on this battle copter among other things. We have some of these outlying units. At least get to interrupt on those captures. APC resupplies a black boat. Taking out the pipe scene now. Doing some pipe scene down to 1 health. Does finish off there with the infantry unit. Macy covering fire this turn. Both players have 18,000 income, so not exactly super high income at the moment for both players. Does take out that infantry unit there. Artillery, tank, infantry, so got a decent number of artillery deployed out by Rachel now. Ends the turn of 105. Kindle starts the turn of 191. So she's starting. Well, she also had a bit of money stored up. She has 24,000, so she could go for a Neo Tank this turn. Needs to interrupt that comm tower captured. Covering fire is now available. Does interrupt the capture here. Covering fire is what makes Rachel very good. It's a very powerful ability. Not exactly subject to RNG, but a little bit hard to get super high value off it. Just usually provides good value. Let's see now. Infantry 1 may hit here. I don't know if it also has to target an infantry unit directly, but it may target here, getting 3 infantry units. It'll probably target there. Let's find. And highest HP health could be right around here, or maybe here. Probably right here. And then the highest value damage one will probably be drawn to the black boat. Probably be struck right around here. Knock off the superpower this turn. Pops it. Nothing on the front line got struck, at least I don't think. Yep, none of these guys got struck. I have a feeling it targeted quite a bit around here. Do I have to wait till Kindle's turn to see where it hit? Nothing on the front line got struck. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing for Rachel. So I think Kindle baited out the rocket's missile silos quite well. Ends turn of 119. Kindle start turn of 88 with 13,000 in the bank. Let's see. I was correct. Looks like it struck these infantry units. One did strike here. One seems like it struck right here. That must have been the HP. Foot soldier, HP. And the value one struck here. I think I was spot on. It hit the anti-air there, so it must have struck like right there. But I think I predicted it almost perfectly there. Urban Blight was utilized there. Damage from some outlying units there. We'll be able to project off this property. Takes out the anti-air there. Does not resupply that infantry unit. Good strikes there. Stops the capture the comm tower. And this force of tanks is still alive and perfectly healthy, so baiting out the missiles there was actually very critical and very well done by Kindle. Whether it be on purpose or accident, it was well done. Battlecopter infantry. Rachel's turn, 13,000. Of course, had a decent number of repairs. Her +1 healing per turn fully repaired the damage from Urban Blight, but also ate a lot of funds from Urban Blight. Is that a good or bad thing? Eh, mixed bag. She does have a decent amount of artillery to help slow down the game. I don't know if she would rather be faster or slower versus Kindle. Both have forms of global damage. Artillery tends to make the game go slower, which is good for COs with global damage. But I have no idea if it's better if it versus 2 global damage. If it was versus Drake or Olaf, probably a bad idea since it's a more powerful global damage. Against Kindle, it's hard to say, honestly. Good number of battle cops in the field. Kindle has, let's see, ends the turn of 82, starts turn with 89, so Kindle's starting to pull ahead. Great artillery strike there. Good damage there. 1 health mech could be healed up quite nicely, but unlikely to get the rain repairs going. Rachel's one of those COs who actually can a bit more effectively pull back and repair, because most of the time you generally want to try to avoid it too much. But Rachel, since she has that +1 healing rate, it allows getting units back up in the fight much more quickly. Even just 1 extra turn of repair. After all, a 4 health tank going to 7 health tank is much more better than going to a 6 health tank. Mech gets a first strike there onto the anti-air, very nice. Battle Cup goes down. Lucky Last is now available, or whatever the Rachel version is called. Lucky Star, right? No. What is it called again? I always get her and Nell's CO names mixed up. It's actually the same name, isn't it, for the power? Okay, I have to look it up. Rachel, Lucky Star versus Lucky Last. Yep, I was right. It was Lucky Last. Here's my window. Or I could just highlight it over here. I'm an idiot. Good damage there. Recon does take a strike. We do have Covering Fire is almost available again. Urban Blight can be utilized. Could save it. Ends a turn of 100,000 is quite significant for 76. And if the Covering Fire happened, it's going to nuke right here. That's where most of the foot soldier value and HP is. So this area could get nuked by missile silos. Not as bad as a Storm Meteor, honestly. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Is she saving for high society? Probably not. This probably doesn't have enough vision to make good use of it. Covering Fire is now available. She's going to have to try to play around it, try to bait it out again. That's pretty hard to bait. That's 3 missiles you have to count for. Try and flip the comm tower. Infantry nearby to stop it. Put an APC and Black Bolt next to each other, keeping units on top of the base has helped draw some damage. They can at least get repaired on up. Yep, we got the bait there. It's going to hurt, but this will allow this front to be still hyper-aggressive. This front base doesn't exist for Kindle. No power. And here comes the superpower. It's got a lot of infantry there. It's got 3 infantry units here, so the infantry missile may strike here. This will hit 2. This will hit 2, 2. This could hit. One hit there. That's a 3 health one. But since this is an 8 health one, it may strike these 3 full health ones. Not sure. That'd be great for Kindle. Let's figure out where it goes. Nothing the front line hits, and with Fog War, we have to wait till next turn. I have a feeling that's possibly 2 or 3 going to strike missiles right here. Maybe 1 there. High Society can be brought on in. High Society maybe not super great on this map. 19 plus 1 cost property, so it will buff our damage up by 63% if I were to hazard a poor guess. Actually, just... yeah, probably not really worth it. I think Urban Blights would generally be a bit better right now. Let's see what she goes for. Also, all 3 of those missiles did land right there. Oof. End start of 101 versus 74. Pops the Urban Blight, that's probably a better option. Let's see, just get damage on the fresh spawns and not on the mech. We'll get a hit onto the artillery piece, but looks like that's about it. Get a booster strike there. Good damage on the battlecopter. Trying to join and capture there. 2 capture progress left. That covering fire was pretty deadly. Oh, he got his, he did bait it there, but wasn't too much of a bait, honestly. That may have been too much bait there. I think he overcalculated the covering fire there. And that mech finally gets to the city, so we'll get some good healing going. We'll take 3 turns to fully heal up, which is probably going to be worth it. Take some damage there. We'll see another Urban Blight this turn. All depends how well Kindle does. Not looking good for Kindle at the moment. She's about a turn or 2 behind. Has Urban Blight available. Good strike there. Interrupts the capture. She may just hold on to the next turn. Tank, infantry. Battlecopter on battlecopter. Rachel does have a good number of battlecopters here. Of course, most of them are damaged, or all of them are damaged. 3 of them basically grievously wounded. Green doesn't have too much firepower up here as well. Battlecopter, recon, infantry. Not really any properties to really project off of. Gets a lot of free power charge there before possibly popping Urban Blight. Pops Urban Blight. We'll get a bit of damage back here. Nothing about the HQ this time. I don't think this Urban Blight's super great. Wasn't able to get a boost strike off that city. Starting to capture these cities is exactly what actually Kindle needs to help turn around the game. Get some extra income going. Couple battlecopters now being pulled on the field. Falling up the infantry. I think she's trying to bait out another covering fire missile there. Because if first one is against foot soldiers, then most HP. That could be baited out of a good number of infantry units. And the last one is value. Rachel's getting some good progress up here. Does take out the artillery piece. No capture progress there just yet. Looks like all of Rachel's battlecopters being cleaned up, barring this fresh spawn. Rotating some tanks up here. Got a couple more tanks. Another infantry. Battlecopter heading over here. Good idea. Transport copter. Could be useful baiting out the next covering fire. Kindle does have a battlecopter down here, and the anti-air could get a booster strike on the anti-air. Battlecopter, infantry. Trying to capture this property. This will force Kindle out of her safety zone. Does get a unit inside the T-copter. Or just move the T-copter a little bit. Takes out that unit there. Oh, the anti-air is also on the top of the forest, so she doesn't have vision of it. Covering fire can be brought on in. Now it makes sense to bait it out. Now I wonder if she's baiting a little bit too much. Ah, but a decent amount of force up here. Oh wait, gotta be very careful. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the infantry missile could strike here or here. It could strike either one of these groups. Let's see where it lands. Neither of these units are damaged, so it's just me that the infantry missile silo did not strike here. I have a feeling 2, maybe all 3 landed here. Don't see any damage across the front line. But then again, Fog War can do some funny things, Fog War games, when it comes to the unit damage. Urban Flight's now available. So it looks like Kindle dictated all the covering fire so far where they've landed this game. I think that second one was a little bit too much. This one, not too bad since it's hit a tank and anti-air at most, but everything else is expendable. Ends turn of 109. Kindle starts the turn with 74. It looks, yeah, it looks like every single missile silo hit. Oh, yeah, every single missile silo I think landed right on top of this black boat. Good strike there. Capture progress 50%. Gets a good strike there. Pops the Urban Blight, which also wounds this infantry unit. Denies or interrupts the capture at minimum. Takes in his center. Gets a booster strike onto this tank with plus 80% firepower from the urban terrain. It is a decent attack. I don't know, it feels like Kindle doesn't have a whole lot on the field. Rachel feels like in pretty good position. Pushing forward to the 1 health infantry. I think Kindle believes she won't get... This game will probably end before another covering fire. Yeah, it looks like she's at 93 versus 87 with the day-to-day, what's left of it. So it looks like Kindle's about a turn behind. And these battlecopters causing issues. This comm tower may be captured. Kindle does now have 4,000 income lead, which is very important. Let's hope that'll slowly get Kindle back in the game, but she is still down by a turn. Needs more tanks down here, that's for sure. Get some good strikes on these anti-airs. Or onto the battlecopters. Takes the mech. Needs to get at least 5 points of damage. Does, so interrupts the comm tower capture 1 turn even further. And this infantry unit there could be joined captured by this one up here. And we'll have 1 capture progress remaining, so it has to be fully wiped out. This APC is at full health. Artillery piece in the forest at full health as well. Got a lot of stuff there, but very far away from our covering fire. 95,000 versus 81 with the income. It's back down to day to day. Another Urban Blight's available. Stops the capture entirely. And Urban Blight here could be quite successful, wounding it, allowing her to get on top of it, then projecting onto another nearby unit. Maybe not the artillery piece since I'm in the forest. It needs to be spotted first. Battlecopter, recon, infantry. Both sides are lacking serious assets down here, but Kindle still has a better presence with 2 anti-airs versus 1. Never mind, now there's just the 1. Gains a good power charge there. Pops the Urban Blight there. It's at 3 health rather than 6 health. Does not get a kill there. Does spot the artillery piece now. Knocking out, but still 4 health can do some good work. Probably take up the 3 health anti-air. Got a decent number of Kindle artillery pushing me forward. Also, another cone fire is actually possible this game. But there's enough infantry down here and no real threat to annihilate the infantry, so I think the HP and the infantry missile will land right here. The value one will probably land up here. So Kindle's doing a good job dictating the covering fire, very, very good. And Rachel decides to resign. A very good game by both players. This is Android saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.